Peace, everyone. It's Medical. Currently in Vietnam, year three of my travels in Asia. Basically, this in another month it's gonna be 3 years since I've been in Asia. Um, China, two parts of China. China, 6 months in Beijing, Guangzhou, Taiwan, uh, Cambodia for over a year, and several parts of Cambodia. I was in Sissapan, Siem Reap, and Phnom Penh, and now I'm in Vietnam. So I want to talk to you about the racism you experience when you travel. Now, I think many black travelers, wherever you're from, the Africans who are from America, the bottom line is that Afro Latino, we're all like looking for. If you're traveling, you're just looking for a better place than where you're from, or maybe you're just interested in traveling and checking out the world. And Asia's economy is very well, so you're out here, and I'm going to talk to you about the new racism. The new racism is very deadly. And when I say that, in my previous videos, I've likened it to a silent warrior. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that all European people are bad, or Americans, or Caucasians are troublemakers, and they're looking to take you down. However, you're going to run into instances, especially in places like I think in Vietnam or Cambodia, where the racism is not very direct. In China, Chinese people will tell you you can go meet them, or they'll just say it. They'll just make comments directly towards you, and I think it's a lot easier to deal with that kind of racism because it's almost similar to the racism we deal with back in America. Whereas I've experienced the racism in Cambodia, the kind of racism that I get with Cambodians and Europeans who kind of work together is this kind of subtle. It's a subtle racism, the silent warrior. That's what I call it, the silent warrior. It's a very subtle racism that you can't put your hands on, and it's very dangerous because there's an old Ghetto Boy song. My mind's playing tricks on me, and these people will do a lot of things to try to play tricks on you. So, what I recommend you should do to keep your sanity is definitely have some kind of a base. Make sure you can talk to some friends occasionally, because I recently reached out and talked to some people, and they already knew. One of my friends who's been living in Asia for a while. He's in Hong Kong. He knew what the story was. I didn't have to even tell him my full. He just keep your priorities straight, and that's the main thing. Also, when you're traveling, have your priorities straight. Um, it's easy to get sidetracked with people and things, and they're basically just distractions from your goals. And so, if you're traveling, you're goal oriented. Make sure you have goals, and these people they'll get in your way. One of my favorite motivational speakers is Eric Thomas. He says, don't let the distractions distract you. And it's hard because ego, we want to be right all the time and stuff like that, but you gotta let it go. Because I think about the stuff that was bothering me when I was in China 3 years ago. None of that shit is important now. I think about the shit that was maybe bothering me a year ago, and I circumvented that. I got past that a year ago. Like right now, a year ago, I was in a very bad space. I was hurting, and I got out of there. I managed to get out of there. It was a very bad place I was in spiritually and mentally. But so strengthen yourself. You're not crazy. If you're traveling and you're in Asia and you're by yourself, you're vulnerable. Um, a guy just told me something, and I kind of and I find this to be true, and I think this is very important. The first few months while you're in Asia, try to make friends. All right, not even an amorous relationship. Just try to find a friend. All right, because you're gonna need some friends when you're out here. Because this is especially in Vietnam. There's a person. I think Vietnamese people kind of have a certain kind of not just hatred for or racism for African Americans, but they got a certain kind of hostility they show toward each other, whether they be from different parts of Vietnam. They got a certain kind of hostility they show to other Asians, and it's a different tone of disrespect that I've gotten here. So, having that been said, I'm not signing off an entire country because I'm only in Ho Chi Minh. Right now I'm in Saigon. So, like I said, I'm giving this place a few months, and then it's gonna be time to do a peace sign. But like I said, if you have any questions about Vietnam, Taiwan, Asia, so far the only places I've really seen that I really like thus far in Asia, China, it's like variations of the racism that you're gonna get. China's chill, Taiwan is chill. Cambodia, I would tell you stay the fuck out of there. You can do well in Cambodia. It's just like, do you want to do with Cambodian people? And right now, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Vietnamese people, they're not really doing too much to impress me. Um, I was expecting a little bit more from them. I understand why Cambodian people have some of the mentality due to the Holocaust that they endured. Which is recent, but the stuff with Vietnamese people, it's not that they're bad. It's just like I don't know. It's kind of a weird kind of thinking, but also my thinking isn't necessarily well. But they know it. They know that there's some issues within their culture and society. The educational system isn't really well here, and so there's some things that need adjusting for sure. But in any event, don't let it get to you. I hope this finds you. Like if you're in your travels, whether you male or female, keep positive and listen. Get surround yourself with information, scriptures, not necessarily like the Bible. I'm not a super religious person, but whatever is your scripture, whatever your favorite poems, your songs that edify you, make you feel good about yourself, and nothing wrong with you. You're a beautiful person, and love yourself. All right, there's nobody out here. No one's gonna show you any love until you love yourself. All right, peace.